Hi everyone, it's Tera Maxwell from TeraMaxwell.com. I'm sitting here in our house right now and it's a bit of a wreck. And I wanted to first share with you and really talk about what is required before we birth our vision. So often there's actually this process of stripping away. And what happens is we get in a place of where it looks like chaos and that there's disorder. It's not really feeling good. And maybe some of you guys can relate to this where you're moving forward and you're starting to feel flow, you're starting to see success, and then you get into a place where it's feeling kind of painful. And you might, I call this actually the law of the slingshot, where you kind of feel like the crap hits the fan. So we're in a place right now, and it's looking a bit like chaos. We're stripping away, we're gonna paint. I have this vision right now, I'll show you guys. I have this vision of painting this back wall blue because I love the ocean. In case some of you didn't know that about me, I love the ocean. It's definitely my element, and we're gonna paint this turquoise blue because it makes us happy and it brings us joy. And everything that we put into our home, we have that intention is we wanna surround ourselves with things that bring us joy. Hey, Ken, good to see you. But in the process, right, so we have this beautiful vision of, if we look outside and we see this beautiful ocean, and so it's really inspiring there. And then on the back here, you can see AJ's there. Say hi. Yes, I just painted my walls blue. Yes, I love it, because everything's vibration. And so we have this bold move. So Ken's there. There's AJ. Oh, it's AJ Maxwell, what she has. So we're going to paint this, but as you can see in the process of it, everything's looking a bit disheveled, and you're looking down here and we're seeing like the border. We're starting to pull this down. We have a good friend of ours, Ami, we call him, he gives us this Ami vision. He's like, if you really want to feel this limitless expansion, you got to take out the molding. It doesn't fit this modern house. So right now there's this disorder. Again says, AJ, my brother, great to see you. Hey. So right now we're in a place of, it looks like disorder. And it looks like a bit of chaos. And we're working over here. I missed having these amazing workers, painters who are very skilled. And so there's kind of hubbub. And we have our daughters home from school right now. And Ileana says, hey, I love the home. Yeah, yes, definitely. Come visit us. And so we have our daughters home from school. School hasn't started yet. And so we're also having that in the mix while working with clients and doing calls. And so, our house is not spotless. It's not looking like super orderly. And the thing is, I'm sharing this because often we think we have this kind of false idea that we have to have everything perfect, or that it's, you're comparing yourself often to others here. Maybe you see people on social media and they're looking like they got everything figured out and they're talking about manifesting and living the dream or whatever it is they're sharing, and you're comparing kind of like what's currently going on in your life to the sort of, sometimes it's a facade, sometimes it's actually, it's one reality that they're showing. So I want to show you this first because this is in the process of creating the dream. It's not looking perfect right now. And one says, yeah, Hermosa, thank you. And what it made me think about is this idea of we have our vision, right? And what we want in our life. And there's a process of stripping away the limiting beliefs and stripping away the emotional blocks and those things that keep us from being aligned with our vision. So we have this vision of more light, more flow in our house, more joy, which we already have. And so Alina says, my house is never tidy. How do you get organized and perfect? Well, what I do is I delegate. So what I believe very strongly, if you want to create a life of effortless affluence, it really is about deciding what do you love to do? What are you really good at? What are your gifts that you're here to share with the world? and focus on doing those things, and the other things that you don't like to do, delegate. So we have an amazing housekeeper, and she has high vibration energy. We love her so much. And so she's vegan, and she cooks amazing meals for us. And yeah, getting rid of the beliefs. And actually, I had to get rid of beliefs that were, before we manifested Patricia into our home, and to working for us, I had limiting beliefs about that, about trust, and about that it was easy, that we could actually have someone that was like really gelled with our family. I had beliefs that stood between that and being on the same vibration for her to be into our home. And I remember it was like a couple years ago, and I became aware of that. And I remember driving with the kids. I was with AJ, we were on a road trip, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all these limiting beliefs that it's hard. And I had an old energetic imprint. We had a nanny several years back, and there was a lot of drama when we lived in Florida. And I was like, oh, that didn't feel good. I don't want that anymore. And so I had that belief that, you know, people always betray you or disappoint you. If I have the belief that people aren't trustworthy, that was preventing me from being open to receiving someone like Patricia. And so we actually we shifted those beliefs, and as a family, we all, actually I can see they're over there jumping on the trampoline right now. You can see her over there. I looked at all those beliefs, and then as a family, we all put in, we were driving, and what we wanted, what were we creating, who do we want? If we had the most amazing Mary Poppins housekeeper, who would it be? And within 2 weeks, and my kids said what they wanted, someone who was really fun and who had good energy and who was a good cook, and like all these things. And after we said that, and within a couple of weeks, she came. She was looking for work, and my friend connected us. So I'm sharing that because it's those limiting beliefs that we have that prevent us from attracting our vision, from creating our vision. And this doesn't matter whether you're talking about creating a certain amount of money in your life, whether it's in your career and in really stepping into your life purpose, or attracting your life partner. All of these things, like what happens is we have this vision, but we have these other contradictory beliefs that repel it. And so it's really important. That's my genius, is identifying and in releasing those blocks in your subconscious so that you're aligned with what you desire. So I wasn't going to talk about that so much, but it's just first of all, just sharing with you all that before we step into our vision, sometimes it kind of, I'll share our story and everything, and it looks like, oh wow, this is such a dream, and yet there's a process. There's a process of stripping away, and it's not always perfect. And sometimes, yes, there is chaos, and there's disorder, and there can be conflict, and yeah, we fight. We've had fights and arguments before. And so it's all part of that human process. And then stripping away, okay, how did I create this? How did I create this conflict? How did I create this person that I love showing up this way, and taking responsibility and accountability for that? And so I just wanted to share this so you all can just give yourself permission to be in the disorder. Give yourself permission to get intimate with the chaos. And at the same time, holding that vision, because you are not the chaos. You are not the disorder. You are not your limiting beliefs. You are not those emotional blocks or those triggers or the anger or the frustration or whatever it is that you're feeling. That's not who you are. And so part of it is just stripping away all of that. Stripping it away, and so you get to your core, your divine self, connecting to your higher self, where you remember who you are and how powerful you are. And so it's just all about that process. And I know I have another appointment soon, but I wanted to just cut this short video. And for those of you that I have a free training that I want to share with you that just gives you more details on how to manifest, secrets on manifesting, unconsciously creating your reality. And if you're interested in that gift, just comment below, yes. Yes, below, and I'll send you the link. Because manifesting, creating, when we say manifesting, sometimes I think we use that word, we throw it around so much, and it becomes sort of like this magical woo-woo talk. But it's an art and a science. And I can, just by observing and listening to you and seeing like how you're showing up, what are your conscious thought patterns, reading what are those limiting beliefs and what are the blocks in your subconscious, if you're aligned with what you desire, if you resonate with it, it's absolutely inevitable that it comes to pass. I see it with my clients all the time. And so it's first living, and Tasha says, yes, and I will definitely send it to you, Tasha, sending you lots of love. And because it's an art and a science. And once you get the map, it's really not that hard. It's just kind of, it's like riding a bicycle and saying, okay, I'm getting feedback from the universe, I'm a little bit off. And it's also it's receiving the support and knowing that sometimes when your house looks like chaos, like right now, it's looking a little bit disorderly, that it's also part of the process. And when I'm sharing this right now, but I'm also very much plugged into the vision. I know what it's going to look like, and that's why I'm so excited to see it's all painted. I can't wait to show you guys when it's done. To have this turquoise blue in our house that just reminds us about the joy and limitless abundance. It reminds us of the ocean that we get to look at over here. So if you're interested in this gift, type below yes, and I will share that video training with you on manifesting ninja secrets. Because what I know is that when you have the map, when you can understand, okay, it's really, if you're not yet living your dream, if you don't feel like your vision is right here, right now, it's being able to step back and look at what do I need to tweak? What can I change in how I'm being and how I'm feeling? And in my thoughts, what do I get to tweak to get better results? Because when you're following this map, you accelerate your results. And what I know from most people that I see, and I see Salita says yes, 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 and I will send it to you. Send you lots of love. Thank you for joining us. It's so fun. Yesterday I did a video on the beach, and I realized that it just felt so canned and everything. I was like, oh, I'm not going to share it with anyone. I respond to your energy and you being here, and it's really this co-creation that as you're here on this Facebook Live, and even some of those that you're watching this later, I'm feeling into that energy and responding to it and sharing with you. My hope and my love is to share with you exactly what you need to hear. It might not even be what I say, but it's in between the spaces of what I say and what your higher self tells you. So that's the space that we're creating here. And it's just this idea that manifesting, consciously creating your reality, it's not that hard. It's very simple, and yet it's profound. And so it's following these very basic steps and being able to see when you're kind of off course or we're getting feedback and managing our vibration. Often what happens is you start out on a path and you're like, this is my vision, but then things happen and we ended up, are emotionally, maybe we get discouraged or we say this isn't working, or we go back into our ego. And everything that I'm sharing with you, the way that we create the life of our dreams is from our heart. It's from our feelings. It's what we're leaning into. That's actually like the most basic, I'm going to even say secret, is creating from our heart. The world will tell you it's all in it. It's about what makes sense, following logic, that what makes rational sense, and like that's how you live inside the box. What I'm sharing with you, when you want to create a place, effortless affluence, a place living from a place of ease and flow, it's entirely possible for every single one of you who are watching this right now. But it takes doing it differently. If you want to create the same thing you've been creating, do it the way you've been doing it. If you want to create from a place of effortless ease and flow and joy, then it takes following our heart. And then it's kind of like surfing. So you can see my surfboard over here, one of my surfboards, because we fall. Sometimes it doesn't work. We're not in the right position, and we might even get tumbled. And I have a interview right now, so I'm going to go. Send you all so much love if you've been watching this, and you want that free training on Manifesting Ninja Secrets. Type below yes, and I will send it to you. Pura vida. And remember, you can live your dream now.